Well, it's a late postponement tonight. It's just one of them things in the game, isn't it? What was the info you was given?
So the pitch obviously had some rainfall at the start of the day. I think it stopped around 2 o'clock. So then fair play to the pitch staff. They were working all day today trying to get it playable, but just couldn't get it done in time, unfortunately. And the referee obviously made the decision, and probably the right one, as much as both of us and Southend wanted the game played. He's got a duty of care to the players and a responsibility. So frustrating, but it's part of football.
And everyone's here. We decided to quickly jump over to training in Harefield. It shows good spirit from the lads, doesn't it? And the eagerness to still work. Yeah,
and there's one thing I've wanted to get out of there. Honestly, the boys' reaction to everything that's happened has been absolutely first class. Like, I've been in football a long time, and sometimes you have turbulent periods where a manager goes and a lot of people just freeze and they're sort of waiting for someone else to sort of be a trigger. But coming in and helping with training as I've done, the boys have been reacted unbelievably. They're hungry. They're ready to play, and it's a credit. I'm really proud of the group. Just as a player, I'm proud of them and how they've reacted, and also the staff. Everyone's sort of hankered down and dug in and done more than their roles, and that's a credit to the club. I mean, sort of hard and turbulent times. That's where you find out a lot about people who wants to take responsibility and who wants to just sort of bring the group down. And we haven't had anyone that sort of took energy away from the group, which is really important at this time.
So that's one thing I was going to ask actually was, when you speak to players, they always, compliment what this group is like, and as you say, in times like this, is this the perfect sort of group you need around in the times like this?
Honestly, absolutely. You can't ask for anything more. It's a really difficult thing when there is sort of uncertainty amongst a group. It's always difficult. You can have an idea as a coach or whoever's manager that, okay, I want to do this, but if you don't get buy-in from the players, if you don't have the right sort of reaction from the start, it becomes difficult. And they've made it as easy as possible, just with the intensity they've trained, with the freedom they've trained with, and just the hunger and the togetherness. It's been brilliant, because obviously it's a period where some things are not going as smoothly as possible, but there hasn't been any hint of any negativity, which I love. I'm an extremely positive person, and all the boys are spreading positive energy, which is great.
And how have your priorities shifted? Now, you as a player trying to get back from an injury at the moment.
Yeah.
Did that sort of fit perfectly in, or is it sort of?
It probably helped, because I'm still hungry as a player, and I've got a lot to give as a player. Obviously, Rory came to me when the news was first sort of breaking, and obviously he was going to take the reins, and he just needed someone sort of by his side that knows the group, that can work with them and sort of do take the training sessions and just make sure the boys are focused, and that's something I do naturally as a player anyway. And I feel well respected in the group, but I couldn't have expected the sort of reaction I've had from the boys, where they've really dug in and worked with us, because obviously it's a tough time for Rory, he's chairman and manager. It's a tough time for me because I'm a player and sort of coach at the time, helping out. It's not something I've done before, it's not something I've sort of aspired to, so we've sort of been thrown into the deep end. But like I said, sometimes you learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about people when things get thrust upon you.
Then you both do well, you throw your hat in the ring?
No, it's not for me. It's weird. I've always said it. I've loved this week because I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about the group, and I'm one of those, I like to be uncomfortable at times, and this has certainly been that. But I've learned a lot about, you get more of a respect for what actually goes into a management role. It's such a, like I said to you a few minutes ago, it feels like it's been 6 weeks since they left, when it's only been 6 days. But it's not something that's for me. I'm a loyal person. Rory came to me, he needed help, and I'm the sort of person that stands up for people I have a good relationship with. And he's out there, and it's a hard job trying to find a new manager, so I just want to make his job as easy as possible and make the transition as easy as possible for the players as well, because they deserve it. They deserve sort of continuity, and they're showing by their actions why they deserve it.
Sad, and I know a lot of credit's been given to the management team who have left, but I think I've got overlooked maybe slightly how good of a group this is at football, and how you know, they're battling against all the odds every week, being part-time teams, turning people over who are doing this as their living. You know, they are a really great set of players, aren't they?
Yeah, and a lot of the time in football it goes down that road. You look at the best managers in the world and you think, oh my God, they're reinventing the wheel and all of this. The best managers always say, I have the best players, and it's the players that make everything happen, and that is it. And yeah, the coaches have given us a great grounding, and they're fantastic, and it's inspiring the way they've moved on, because that shows that, okay, you can be at a part-time club like Willstone and then go to a massive club like Notts County. Obviously their management, but then it inspires the players in the same breath. So that's what we've been reminding them, that you guys are the ones that actually implement any ideas and any plans, and Stu and Matty will be the first to say that. So don't all of a sudden, because they've left, forget that you're a good player and forget what you know. So that's what we put in. But I want to make special mentions as well to sort of like Rachel, Brett, Mo, Kenny, Husey, that's come in with Pete, like out of the blue. That's sort of, and they've really helped everyone out, because it can be overwhelming at times where there's so many moving parts, and having the support of a network of staff that have obviously been here for a while. Everyone stepped up, and it's a real credit to themselves.
Hassan, you've been here over 2 spells since we first moved to Ricep, and you're here now. You know, you've seen how much the club's changed, and you know what a good job it's going to be for whoever comes in next as well.
Yeah, honestly, it is a diamond of a club for the right coach, someone that's hungry, someone that wants to progress, because we have to be honest with ourselves, we're a progressive club. Like, you look at the last 2 managers, whatever your opinions are of them, they've kicked on and gone to higher levels, and people coming in, you'll feel the culture straight away. You'll feel that you have 11, 16, 18 players that are coachable, that are ready, that want to improve, that want to push on. Half the job with a coach is, well, probably 90% of the job as a coach is, can you get the players to buy into your ideas? And if you don't have coachable players, it doesn't matter what system, it doesn't matter what formation, it doesn't matter how good you are tactically. If you can't get that across, if you don't have coachable people, it's never going to work. So whoever steps in, it is a diamond of a job. You've got great people. Listen, we don't have the facilities of some of the bigger clubs, but sometimes that added sense of unity, where the sort of kit man's doing the role of 10 people, the strength and conditioning coach is doing the role of 10 people, it creates more unity, and sometimes you can achieve more than the sum of the parts.
So, and lastly, we've got a lot of home games coming up now, especially as you said, in turbulent times. Yep. You see what people are really made of. How much do the boys need the fans behind them for these next set of home games coming up?
Oh, absolutely. It's everything, because energy is created at a stadium, not just from the players. It's a whole atmosphere, and positive energy. I'm a strong believer in the positive energy, in people giving that. It can vibrate around the whole pitch and create a buzz, and that's why our home record is as good as it is. We back ourselves. I mean, the boys are gutted that we couldn't play today, because we were ready. As much as it's been crazy, the boys were ready. They trained like dogs the last couple of times, and they were ready to sort of unleash. And obviously it's frustrating, but the fans are part of that as well. We need them, again, like I said, in times of turbulence. You can make 2 decisions. You can either be like, oh, we're not great, so something's gone wrong, so you can take energy away, or you can see that people are trying to do the right things and then give energy to build the players up. And I know that they're going to do that, because they have done it, they've shown a history of it, and it's a really exciting time. I see it as an exciting time for both fans, players and staff to sort of kick on and take us to the next level.
Perfect, thank you, Sybal.